What's up, traders? It's been a few days since I've been at the desk, and it showed a little sloppy today. So let's go over what happened. So I was traveling, trading on the road, looking for a new house this week. I actually had a pretty solid week. Just sized down a little bit, and was really just taking base hits at the open. I had from 6:30 West Coast time till about 8 o'clock at most. So really only that first hour after the open. And I was just finding a base hit. You can see literally just two trades, one trade, one trade. Nothing major, pretty small P&L for me. But yeah, so today let's get into what happened because I look back on the day and think, God, how the hell did you end up, flat with multiple winning trade ideas, and multiple winning trades? So like I would just want to break it down because what I did this week, or what I did today had worked for me in the past, but did not work today. I knew this day was coming. I knew it that at one point this stop loss placement that I was doing was going to come to bite me, and it did today. So basically, the first really great trade idea is that you take a long here targeting the gap fill. This wick was on the gap fill to a T, double break trade, very clean to previous day VWAP. Now I wasn't in that. I was on stream with Andre from Edgeful actually, so we got to talk about that trade after. So this trade is at the 7:45 candle. Now it's this candle right here. Let's make this a little better. This is the candle that I was trading. And what I did was I took a short as soon as that candle started to print, but I put a stop loss at the top of that candle structure. I said, if it gets any higher than this candle, I want out. And as you can see, that was clearly you just get stopped out on that idea, which I did. I got stopped out right there. And then the next trade, I got back in here and put the stop at the next candle high. As it starts coming back up, this 1 minute candle printed really weird. After watching candles for, literally thousands of hours, 1 minute candles print for thousands of hours, you really start to see like a difference in the like, the candles. And when a candle opens up with no wick and this thing just rocketed higher, like absolutely rocketed higher, I got very nervous. I thought there was a news event that just came in. I thought something happened that I did not expect. There was some black swan event. So I ended up closing the trade for a small loss. You can see it like goes into drawdown for my entry, close it for a loss. So now I'm down basically to like 1.5, 1.25 R. I was down about like $1,500. And on a trade idea that still is valid. So then I get back in, and now I just put the stop above these wicks right here and end up riding it out, and I get tapped on my trailed stop loss on this candle before it continues lower. Always a bit of a kick in the balls when, your trailed stop gets tapped and then it keeps going, but I didn't really know where else to trail it other than like this candle. It just got it and then went. Basically the big lesson for me is I was trading the 15-minute candle, like, but the wick, it just made a new wick and then kept going lower. So like my idea of putting the stop loss at the candle close or at the candle wick was not the right candle to do that. It would have been like if this candle starts tanking, this one's going, then you do that, but not in a still like slow moving market. You can't always time the market perfectly. I knew that stop could get tapped. And from this entry being, this was my original entry, this was the only stop loss that I saw as a proper stop loss. So that's a 0.6 R trade. That is not a positive expected trade for me, especially when you look at this chart and you see this very well could just be the next lower high and it could move higher. Like, yes, you are under the VWAP, so that's why I did enter short and not long, but I still very strongly saw the longs from this position, especially when you look at the 15-minute chart and the low of week is here, and then we're making higher lows underneath. I just wasn't sold on the shorts. I'm not a perma bear, and I clearly saw the long. So I tried to use a tight stop instead of potentially putting myself in a position to sit in drawdown for an extreme length of time before the trade works out. And, all of this to be said, it didn't work out for me as I expected. And I ended the day break even. So, this trade that hit for me ended up just getting me back to break even after taking multiple losses. So, I guess the big lesson for today is, you really got to be just gung ho and confident in your trade, and where the stop loss is invalidated, and that's where it needs to go. So, ending plus 126 today, keeping the streak alive. I'm up 5K in this account. I need to make 9K, and let's get it.